So, you've got this beautiful, high-tech induction cooktop in your kitchen. It is for sure the future of cooking. It's sleek, it's fast, and incredibly efficient. But why, oh, why does it sometimes feel more like a cryptic puzzle than a simple appliance? Well, today we're going to decode that puzzle. We're going to turn you from a confused cook into a confident master of your machine. It really is the ultimate paradox, isn't it? I mean, this thing is faster than gas, way more efficient than electric, and cleaning it up is an absolute breeze. And yet, it beeps, it flashes, and sometimes it just straight up refuses to work, leaving you standing there wondering, what did I do wrong? If any of that sounds familiar, you are in exactly the right place. Here's our game plan. First, we're going to look at the magic and the mystery behind induction. Then, we'll pull back the curtain on the simple science that makes it all tick. From there, we'll dive right into a troubleshooting checklist for the most common issues, learn how to prevent those costly cracks and scratches, and finally, figure out exactly when it's time to stop and call a professional. You know, the mystery of the induction cooktop really comes down to what you can't see. There's no glowing red coil, there's no open flame, just this pristine glass surface that can somehow boil water in like 90 seconds. And while that seamless design is amazing, it also means all the clues about how it works are hidden beneath the surface. So, what is the secret? Well, it's not magic, it's physics. And honestly, understanding just one core principle is the key that unlocks pretty much every single troubleshooting step we're about to cover. So, let's get into it. Now, pay close attention to that last part. The pan heats itself up. This is the big idea. See, unlike a regular stove that heats a burner, which then has to transfer that heat to the pan, induction uses this invisible magnetic field to turn your cookware into the actual heat source. The cooktop itself, it stays surprisingly cool. So it all boils down to this three-step process. Step 1, coils under the glass create a magnetic field. Step 2, that field needs a magnetic pan to interact with. And step 3, when it does, the pan gets hot. If any part of that chain is broken, and it's almost always step 2, nothing happens. That's the whole secret. All right, with that science locked in, let's put on our detective hats. Most induction problems aren't really problems at all. They're just clues telling you that one of those 3 steps isn't happening the way it should. So let's solve the most common ones. And here we have it, the number 1 issue, cookware compatibility. Your gorgeous copper pots or your lightweight aluminum pans, they simply won't work because they aren't magnetic. The cooktop needs a ferromagnetic partner. Think cast iron or most types of stainless steel. The absolute easiest way to check? Just grab a fridge magnet. If it sticks firmly to the bottom of your pan, you are good to go. This has to be the most asked question in the entire world of induction cooking. You put the pan down, you turn on the burner, and crickets. Just a blinking light or a sad little beep. So what is going on here? Okay, here is your 4-point inspection. First, we've covered the magnet test, so check that. Next, check your centering. The coils are really precise, so the pan needs to be right on top of the burner lines. Pan size also matters a lot. If it's too small for the sensor ring, or sometimes even too big, the cooktop might not detect it. And finally, the classic culprit for so many appliance issues, the child lock. Look for a little key or a lock symbol, and try holding that button for a few seconds to turn it off. Now, what about weird noises? A lot of people hear a buzzing or a humming sound and their first thought is, oh no, my expensive new cooktop is broken. But this quote really hits the nail on the head. It's almost always the pan, not the cooktop. Let's break these noises down. A buzz or a hum, that's just the magnetic field vibrating the different layers of metal in your pan. You'll notice it more with lighter pans or when you crank it up to boost mode. A gentle clicking is also totally normal. That's just the electronics cycling on and off to keep the temperature just right. But here's what you do need to listen for. A loud, sharp clicking that won't stop, or if the cooling fan suddenly sounds like it's preparing for takeoff. That's when you should start to get concerned. Error codes can seem a little intimidating, but honestly, they're your friend. They're just the cooktop talking to you. An E0 or a flashing symbol, that's just it saying, hey, I don't see a pan, so check your cookware and placement. An H isn't even an error. It just means hot. The surface is still warm from the pan. E2 is an overheating warning, so just let it cool down and make sure nothing is blocking the air vents. And an E3 points to a power issue, so your very first stop should be your circuit breaker box. Okay, what if the whole control panel just seems to go on strike? 9 times out of 10, the culprit is water. The touch sensors are super sensitive, and a single drop of water can make them freeze up. So step one always is to dry the panel completely. If that doesn't work and you're sure the child lock is off, it's time for a hard reset. Go to your breaker box, flip the switch for the cooktop, wait about 10 minutes, and then turn it back on. This clears out most electronic glitches. All right, we've solved the functional mysteries. Now let's talk about protecting that beautiful, shiny glass surface. Because unlike a software glitch you can just reset, a crack is permanent, it's expensive, and it is a major safety hazard. Think of this list as your golden rules for a long-lasting cooktop. The biggest one, lift, do not slide. Sliding a heavy pan, especially a cast iron one with its rough bottom, is the fastest way to get a scratch you'll never get out. Always use pans with smooth, flat bottoms. Clean up spills as soon as it's safe and cool, because burned-on sugar can actually bond with the glass and cause permanent damage. And this might sound obvious, but avoid storing heavy cast iron pots or even a full spice rack in the cabinet directly above your cooktop. One little slip can be an absolute disaster. So we've armed you with a lot of DIY fixes, but it is just as important to know when to put the tools down and pick up the phone. Some problems are not just beyond a simple fix, they can be genuinely dangerous to ignore. Okay, let me be absolutely crystal clear here. This isn't a suggestion. This is a critical safety warning. If you see a crack in your glass cooktop, I don't care how small it is, you must stop using it immediately. That glass surface is an electrical insulator. A crack breaks that seal, creating a very real risk of electrocution. It's just not worth it. So these are your non-negotiable red flags. A crack or a chip is an automatic call to a professional. If your breaker keeps tripping, that points to a serious electrical fault inside the unit. If you start hearing those problem noises we talked about, loud metallic sounds, that's an internal part failing. And of course, if a whole burner just dies or an error code won't go away no matter what you try, it's time for an expert. And there you have it. From electromagnetic fields to error codes, your induction cooktop is officially no longer a mystery. You've got the knowledge now to troubleshoot the common stuff and protect your appliance for years to come. So the only real question left is, what are you going to make for dinner?